Good day, folks. Thank you for joining me once again, and we see a load of penguins maybe doing a bit of disco dancing. But my name is Nick. We're on the Commodore 64. We got groovy music playing, and this is James Pond 2 Robocod, published by Millennium in 1992. It's a platformer and a rather ambitious one, so I'm quite interested to see how this goes. It's more known on 16-bit systems, James Pond 2, and it seems to me that it might be a bit much for this system to do, but who knows? It might end up being brilliant. Now, it's sponsored by Penguin Biscuits, as you can see here. We control a fish called James Pond. He goes in a big toy factory and he must rescue lots of penguins. In some versions you're rescuing elves, which makes more sense for Christmas. But here we're rescuing penguins. Now, I fancy a chocolate biscuit. So we'll see how this one plays. I'm a little bit worried, but it's got a lot to do. Got a lot to live up to, so let's give it half a chance. So 1992 from Millennium. The Amiga version had big bouncy music, had bags of charm. Let's see how it translates into an 8-bit world. So we start outside. Graphics don't seem to be super sharp. It's a little bit washed out. So James Pond's main thing is he can extend his body to grab stuff. The music is sort of like there in a way. It looks like it's got some kind of blurry filter on the system, but it's pretty much the gameplay's there at the moment. Do. Through the doors we go. Once we unlock a world, it doesn't unlock other doors along this big castle thing. So let's go through the first one. Lives are represented in when it updates, in the bottom left there, the amount of fingers that James is holding up. But because it's so blurry graphics, you can't really see how many there is. It's 3, I think. Right, we should be able to grab the ceiling and move across there. We lose a bit of strength if we fall on spikes and so forth. So we're in a toy factory. Now, if you had this one back in the day, let me know. The music is sort of like okay, it's doing a good approximation of it, but the graphics are so blurry. All got stuck there, that's a bug. Can't really make out James Pond's face at all. Now, there we go, so we're hovering onto here. Now, if you jump onto the enemy when they turn up, they should just disappear. Well, at least it did on the Amiga version. Hopefully the playability is retained in this one. James Pond is a little bit floaty when he jumps, but that was the same on the Commodore Amiga version as well, so can't mark it down for that. And he's doing a bit of dancing to the music. Right, let's jump on this worm, and it's goodbye to him, I think. No, hang on a minute, what's going on there? Hey, what's going on there? I'm sure in the Amiga version you jumped on the enemy, a bit like Super Mario, and they died. Here you can't do that. Well, that takes away a lot of the gameplay straight away. I'm not sure I could take these blurry graphics for a while. They could have done better than this, because you compare it to games like The Great Giant Sisters, which was great on the Commodore 64. I think they could have made it a bit clearer. It could have been a bit better. It's a little bit washed out. What do you think? Now, if you had this one back in the day, then let me know what your experiences were. The music is sort of like, okay, could be maybe a little bit bouncier, but this is in an 8-bit world. Am I enjoying this? Well, because I'm used to the Amiga version, not a great deal. Maybe, I was expecting it to be a bit better than this, to be fair. I reviewed the game on the Game Boy Advance also, if you want to check that one out. It loses, because the graphics aren't quite there, it does lose, I might be being a bit harsh on it does lose a little bit of the charm, but it is attempting the impossible in an 8-bit world. This game wasn't even, doesn't exist on the ZX Spectrum, so yeah, I expect it's okay then, with those limitations. Don't get the poison, Nick, get those sort of things. Now, as soon as you rescue the penguins, you get to a red beacon. When that flashes, you can grab that and get onto the next stage. We went through the door, remember? I think we've got about a few stages to complete. Once that's done, it'll put us back outside again. Oh, get off the spikes, you wally. Right, okay. Now, the Amiga version maybe was a bit too chocolate box, a bit too sweet, so, you know. I think if I had this back in the day, I might have tolerated it, but if I compared it to the Amiga version, I would have been disappointed. And the fact that you can't jump on the enemy to kill them is a major thorn in the gameplay, because that's the whole point of this game, influenced by Mario, I suppose. I'm not sure the original James Pond come out on the Commodore 64. It could have done it if it can do this, because this is a lot more advanced. Now, what's going to be here? It's a secret thing. What's going to pop up here? It's another wiggly worm. That's a disaster. On the Amiga version, at least, there are vehicles to get in. Hopefully we can get to one of that now, including a plane. I think there was a car as well, and a few bits and pieces. Hopefully there might be one here. What do you think? No, it's another wiggly worm which we can't kill, which makes it difficult. Right, there's one penguin rescued there. There's another penguin, and it flashes, and we can get out of here. Right. Bit of inertia on James as he goes round, but at least we've completed one level. I'm a bit ambivalent about this game. I want to like it a bit more than I am, but something about it I'm not liking at all. What's that thing across the top? Right, anyway. D. Perhaps I am being a bit harsh on it. There's some licorice all sorts. There's some, they might be table tennis bats, they might be trees. We're in a like toy shop, so it might be those. I don't remember being able to go across the whole of the top. Is this a bug? Doesn't look like that should be there. Doesn't look like a purposeful graphic, what we've grabbed hold of. But we're just looking out for penguins. Pick up a penguin. There's Bertie Bassett there, or one of his friends. Can't jump on his head because he won't die. There. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of licorice all sorts. Oh, man. That bit's unforgivable. What's going on there with that graphic? Right, okay. No, I don't know if you can see on the bottom right there. I don't know what's going on with that. Whether it's because it's emulated doing something silly. There's 3 dots that keep flashing about the place. Yeah. Right. Maybe you can't see that. You might be able to look at that. 1 life left. That's it, is it? Is that game over? Yeah. Continue. I will continue just for the sake of the review. I want to get to the next stage at least. Get out of this door. We'll just go right the way across here. There's no limit to how high Robocod can extend his body, so you could, if you want to have a look at the whole level, you can do. And the Amiga version did seem quite empty in places, but I forgave it because of the cute graphics made up for it. This is just looking like a very, very empty thing, maybe as if it hasn't been finished properly. It could have been. There's no reason why the graphics couldn't have been better. It gets marked down for that. Maybe they had to do that with memory limitations, perhaps. But you can't even see James Pond's eyes, can you really? And you certainly can't see how many fingers he's holding up there. It just looks like some big flipper, which is probably more true to life fruit or fish would do. But at least he's dancing. Right. There is a game called James Pond 3 Operation Starfish from the Amiga 1200, which I've never been able to get work. I might have to try that. And there's also James Pond's Olympics I haven't looked at either. Both of those on the Commodore Amiga. Don't think they made it into 8-bit land. Would have been very interested to see what the ZX Spectrum would have done with James Pond Robocod. I don't think it would have done as well as this, to be fair. It would have been a lot slower. Oh, he's dead again. Well, he's very floaty, this fish. He's a floaty fish. But there's something about it, despite I'm not fully liking it, there's something quite addictive here. No doubt, despite the colours being a bit washed out. It's got that purple in the background as if the Commodore 64 hasn't loaded anything yet. Keep expecting some text to go around there, saying loading or something, or someone typing a program in the background. Get that all sort, thank you very much. We won't, I don't know, let's just go over that big green square, because we've hit that, another wiggly thing comes out, a wiggly worm. Right. Ties into Bertie Bassett, so it adds a new dimension that you can't kill any of the enemy, unless you jump and just go into your suit by holding up. You might be able to hit them that way, but I don't want to risk it. I did not want to risk it, even for a biscuit. You might not have known that this come out on the Commodore 64, but here it is. Here is the proof. It's not a homebrew. It actually did come out. 1992, Millennium. You might love this game. If you had it back in the day with a bit of nostalgia, you might see it through its sort of like faults. Because I grew up with the 16-bit version, this is falling short on quite a lot of areas. Oh no, Spike it. The level design seems more or less the same. I remember these table tennis bats, if indeed that's what they are. But again, the fact that you can't jump on enemy to kill them, well, I can't anyway, is letting it down massively. This is the bit where you say, Nick, you can still do that, but you have to do such and such. And I'll go, oh right, fair enough. Perhaps I'll change my mind then about the game. Right, there we go. One penguin. Oh, I've got bops. Oh, there's a penguin up there as well. I'm stuck. Oh, come on. Oh dear. Right. Let's get off there. What's in here? How do we get up there? I don't know. Right. Oh, wings. Right. Flap, flap. Oh god, how do we do this? Left, right. A bit like Daily Thompson Decathlon. We got it. It should be flashing down here. Oh, go away, Bertie. We're in. Good. Right, so that's 2 bits of stage 1 done. I think I might get a bit lost now. Oh no, there we go. There's flappy things. They always remind me of playing cards then. They're moving quite slow, backward and forward. The music is staying the same all the way through. At some point, I think after this stage, we might get a bonus stage. I can't quite remember. Don't get that poison, so the cherries are okay. They didn't do Pac-Man any harm, but I don't think they put any poison out for Pac-Man, so he's fine. Wonder what James Pond is up to nowadays. Don't know. He never made it to movies, never made it to a cartoon. Sonic the Hedgehog did make it to the movies. James Pond didn't. Did it. So infringing on 2 franchises then. Robocop and James Bond. Well done to them. Right. James Pond, the original game, was a bit more basic. Because over single stages you had to collect like items to unlock a padlock and then go through a certain tube to get out. Or I was hoping to grab hold of that. Got the Amiga version you grab hold of that? Maybe we can just jump up. Here we can do, right. So, looks like there's dumbbells about the place. What's going to be here? Something evil, no doubt. Oh, it's the airplane, is it? Get in the airplane. That's a rather washed out, uncolourful airplane compared to other versions. But anyway, here we go. So let's go flying around to try and catch the penguins. Look at James Pond's face. He seems to have about 5 eyes now. What's happening there? That's wrong, isn't it? I can't make that out at all. Don't crash into any of the stuff because we might fall out the airplane. Don't want that happening. Right, there's the flashy thing. Not flashing because we need to find the penguins. Where are they? Oh, we can just run into stuff with this. Okay, that's something at least. They probably regenerate though. Where are the penguins? There's boxing gloves there. Oh man. Oswald Cobblepot, anyone? Penguins? No, there's none down here. There's another flashy thing which isn't flashing. Oh, this is getting a little bit tiresome now. Where are you? Well, there's one. But lots of fruits. Come on. Shame on James Pond with your 5 eyes. Aye, there we go, done it. Good. Right, off that stage. Total score, 15,100 is it? Right, I think this might be a bonus stage. Just collect as much stuff as you possibly can. There's a green cube of something. We're jumping on spatulas, it seems. There's the Ankh symbol. What's that going to do? An extra life, I think? It might have been an extra life. Lots and lots of levels to complete in this one. So it is a test of your patience, especially with this music going in the background. You wouldn't have completed it on your first go. I didn't complete the original, well, I didn't complete Robocod on the Amiga, but I went through a few stages. I don't think I'd have the patience with this one. It's starting to affect my eyes a little bit. Just because it just looks so, well, blurry and undefined. That was the whole point of James Pond, the cutesy graphics. If you haven't got the cutesy graphics, it's just, well, I don't know what's happening. They put a blur filter on or something. Right, I think we need to jump on a cloud, but let's go further up. Let's have a look at stuff as far as we can go there. So levels moving around the place. Yeah, where's the brightness? Give me some sharpness, please. Boo 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 boo. We land on that. Oh, it's very hard with the floaty this here. Right. Down we go. Down, down, deeper and down. That's flashing already, so we somehow need to get over there. Can't find a way up there. Maybe we can just grab something this way. Don't think we can grab onto that yellow sponge stuff for some reason. Look how high we're going here. Can we grab... No, it's not letting us grab that. No, can't grab it. That's a shame. Yeah, so you can go as high as you can. What are we going to... We need to get onto that side there. Somehow. Probably by jumping over a series of clouds, one would have thought. Or I might get bored, because I think we've pretty much seen... We've seen all this game now, haven't we? You pretty much know whether to track it down or not. Despite its magnificence in what it's attempting, I don't like the thing. So I would say don't track it down, but make your own decision. With the time of emulation, do the Amiga version. Amiga version's great. Game Boy Advance version's not too bad either. Right. Haven't played the Atari ST version. I think there is one of those. Mega Drive is there? I might have reviewed it. I can't remember. So we've reviewed so much. Check out the playlists. If you've watched this far into the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, it might be a case that you like this kind of well, unusual commentary, let's say, so please consider subscribing. And the reviews aren't always about perfect gameplay, it's more a review really of how you would have found the game on your first or second go, and would there have been enough there for you to want to go back. Music is annoying me ever so slightly, because I think it could be better, as the graphics, and I might have gone back once every few months, but it wouldn't have been one of my go-to games. Why couldn't he jump on there? That's weird. I almost got on that thing then. Well, I don't know what's happening. I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed. So yes, I probably would have got to this bit each time as a kid, and then not persisted, because my attention span was quite low anyway. If I got stuck on a certain bit, unless someone told me the answer, then I'd never play it ever again. What's going on with James Pond's face? Ever since he got in that airplane, he's developed 5 eyes. Or he's got 2 eyes and a mouthful of gobstoppers. One of your bits is up. I think we got 2 dots on his cheek maybe, and 1 dot's supposed to be his nose, and the other 2 dots are supposed to be eyes. But it's failed. It hasn't worked. Maybe it's like some crazy gingerbread man. It's like the reject gingerbread man that you would get rid of because no one's going to buy it. Right, I'm on a cloud. Oh, there's a Christmas pudding up there. So on this one, as we say, sponsored by McVitie's Penguins. You're literally rescuing penguins. On some other systems versions, you're rescuing elves, which makes more sense, but they change it to penguins, and why not? I fancy a chocolate biscuit now. If you're watching McVitie, send me a big box of penguins and I'll review those. I do like those biscuits. Or do I? Yes, I do. I don't think McVitie's are watching, are they? Anyway. Oops, I've been bopped again. I think we'll leave that there. I've had enough. Okay, it's a tempting load. It could have been a lot better, but you know, you've got to take your hats off of the enormity of the task in hand. So I hope you like having a look at that one. That was James Bond 2 Robocod on the Commodore 64. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.